If you have little ones already or you're planning to start a family, you know how hard it is to find the right town. You want top schools, safe streets, friendly events, and really a place where your kid can grow up with a nice amount of space and in a real community. New Jersey has incredible towns for families, but in this video I'm going to break down the top 5 best places for young families. We're going to talk about schools, home prices, parks, activities, the vibe of each town so you can find the right fit for your next chapter. Whether you're moving from the city or just moving up to a bigger house, these towns are the ones that young families are completely loving. So let's dive in and start with number 5. So starting out with number 5 on the list is going to be Metuchen, New Jersey. Metuchen is located in Middlesex County. The population is around 15,000 people. Median home price between $625,000 to $750,000 for one family. School district is an A on niche.com, or around 2,500 students. Median home income is between $140,000 and $160,000. If you're into New York City, is around 45 minutes driving or train. So now diving into the Google Maps, so you can see a little bit better. This is Metuchen, New Jersey. You're seeing that it's not a huge town, but the big selling point is going to be that it's super near New York City. I can see here, like I mentioned before, the commute is only about 40 to 50 minutes depending on time. We put 7:30 here, but that's the biggest selling points of commute. Also, something interesting is that Metuchen is very small. I can see here is to highlight it in blue. But everything that's red, it's going to be Edison. So if you can't find it in Metuchen, it's probably going to be in Edison. A few of the major highways also very nearby. It's going to be the Garden State Parkway. You got the New Jersey Turnpike. You got Route 1 and Route 27. So you're going to find everything in those highways. And to dive into the street view here, so you can see a little bit of the downtown area. There's going to be a Middlesex Ave. Here's going to be the little cute downtown area of Metuchen. You're going to see that it's a lot of kind of mom and pop shops still in this part of the downtown. And it's very small. Like we mentioned before, it's very walkable. A lot of the people that live around the downtown area are able to walk here. And the train station is also in this downtown area. It makes it very convenient for commuters. The really interesting thing is that even though it's an older kind of town feel in this area, it is being redeveloped. Going a few blocks down into Pearl Street here, you see this huge condo building of rentals that are literally about like maybe a 5-minute walk or less. Has an amazing Mexican restaurant here that we went to check out a while ago. It is very good. Definitely, I would recommend to check it out. But you're seeing that you're getting that mixture of the older town feel in the downtown area, and it's getting that new, younger feel, especially since a lot of New Yorkers been moving here. It's definitely ideal for them. And here, kind of having an aerial view, you're seeing the new developments here, and this is kind of the older downtown area that we're seeing. And that's the biggest differentiation between both, is that you're getting that newer feel. Everything that's pretty much near a train station is being redeveloped, and that doesn't make it different here in Metuchen. You're seeing the transition from the old to the new. Also, a few nice things for families is that all 4 schools are located in Metuchen. There's a lot of good PTA programs and community events, tons of parks, libraries, young activity for the kids. You got Murder Fields, Tommy's Pond. There's a greenway bike trail that goes throughout Woodbridge, Edison, about 5 miles. So you're seeing that's kind of the feel of the town, very family orientated. But since it's very near the city, you're still getting that commuting ability. So if you're kind of looking for a town that has the big important things, schools, commute, and a family-friendly environment, you cannot go wrong with Metuchen, especially now that it's been coming so much in the past few years. So you can have some reference in pricing how much has been going up in the past few years. You're seeing that only in 2020, an average one family home was going for around $427, and now 4.5, 5 years later, $657,000 for a one family home. That's only been a few years ago. A big reason is the inventory. We're seeing here that inventory has been literally going down since 2020. We're very low, and that's kind of a big reason why these numbers are such increasing in such a way that it's been literally disrupting the market a little bit. And the website called Adventure App, and it has a home price forecast, which pretty much gives you an idea of what prices might be in the future. And you're seeing that anything over that 50 mark is going to be a seller's market, and that's been pretty much what's been happening in the past 4 years. And you're seeing that based on the statistics that they use is here: recent appreciation, days on market, mortgage rates, inventory, price cut. That all gives you this number of 67, which indicates prices are continuing to go up. And the big reason for that is the inventory. Very low inventory. There's not a lot of properties for sale like we just showed you here. That is just continues to go down every single year after year, and we haven't been seeing much of a change of that. And here we're going to be showing you kind of a few examples of the type of properties you're going to find. You're going to be able to find all kinds of homes. Just know there are going to be in a little bit of older 1950s. There are going to be a lot of Cape Cods, Colonials. You might find bigger homes like Victorians as well, but that's going to be very much the same in these kind of Middlesex northern area, even Union County. You're not going to find much of differentiation, but what you're getting is that community. You're getting a very suburban town, and you're still going to be minutes away from the city, and that's really the reason why a lot of people have been moving into this town. This is one of the few towns where your kids can still walk to school. They can still ride their bikes to the park, and you can still be a few minutes away train ride to the city. And really quickly, so you guys can see what an example of a property in Metuchen, 745. It's a ranch property, 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 1,700 square feet. And there's another one for 600,000 with 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1,500 square feet, built in 1956. And a little more expensive one for 1880, practically 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, built in 1965. These are all kind of the different style houses you're going to find in the different price ranges. So number 4 on the list, one of my favorite ones, is going to be Cranford, New Jersey. Cranford is located in Union County, New Jersey. Population is around 24,000 people. Median home price for one family is around 700,000 to 800,000. Average taxes for a property there is around 12,500. School is an A and niche.com. Commute time is around 55 minutes by train, or a little bit closer driving, around 45 minutes. And back on Google Maps, you can see the borders there is going to be Cranford. Zooming out a little bit, extremely near the city here. Very good distance. When you come here, you're going to see it's around a 45 minutes to a 56-minute commute if you take the bus, but if you take the train, it's a little bit closer as well when it comes to driving. You might get there in a 55 minutes to an hour, depending on the traffic. Bigger than Metuchen, Cranford is, but it's still not a big town. But the good thing is you're still near a lot of the major areas. You got Elizabeth, one of the cities here in Union County. You have Newark, the biggest city in New Jersey. And then obviously you go a little bit more north, and you're going to have Jersey City down here. You're going to have Hoboken. You have New York, obviously. So in reality, you're still very close proximity to everything. A few of the highways is going to be the Garden State Parkway, New Jersey Turnpike. You have Route 22, which that highway takes you throughout most of the Middlesex County as well, and Union County. And it has a lot of retail names. You have Walmart, Target, Best Buy, a lot of restaurants as well. So diving back into Google Maps, is the downtown of Cranford or North Avenue. Here you're going to find a few of the local mom and pop shops. You have a lot of boutiques, salons, jewelry stores, pharmacies, pizzerias, a lot of cool things, a lot of small town feel things. And here you have my favorite coffee shop, is 5 Track. Amazing coffee, amazing atmosphere. People are great as well. And this is the North Ave section. And when you come to the South Ave section here, it changes quite a bit. You're going to get a lot more of the newer construction, newer development going on. So there are a few condos here and stores. And then when you continue down here, you're seeing the new restaurant that opened up a few years back. Down here, the Starbucks as well, right in front of the train station, which makes it ideal for the commuters. Starbucks train station is here. You continue down, you have a Mexican restaurant down here, is really good as well. You have an Italian restaurant down here, which is also very nice. You're seeing that Cranford is divided by the North Ave, which is a little bit of more of the older town feel, to the South Ave, which you have a lot of more of the newer development. They have a new condo going up there as well, and it's right in front of the train station. And here you see a nice division with the North Ave here, kind of the older town, and then you have South here, which is newer developments. You have the condos here, you have the train station here, you have a lot of other new condos here, or newer, same as here. So you can simply see that by the train tracks divides the older side here to the newer side. So you give you some stats again. So back in 2020, 2020, an average one family was 565. Now we're all the way up to 750 practically. Incredibly amount of money that was increased in just a few years. Inventory, just like Metuchen and a lot of other ones we're going to see, is literally one of the almost all-time low now this year. So that's a big factor why it's a 90, and that's been pushing a lot of the property values. And what you should be expecting in the future is prices to continue to go up because it's such select inventory that we have. Prices have been going up since 2020. A lot of New Yorkers have been coming here, and since you're having the big things that a lot of people are looking for, which is the commute, the schools, the safety, Cranford has it all, and it's actually been ranked one of the safest towns in Union County, and that's been bringing a lot of people here. If you're moving from New York City, or you're looking to move up in a house or a bigger house, Cranford might be a good spot for you. And if you guys are looking to kind of make that move here, I am a local real estate agent here. Make sure to give us a call. I'm going to put my info below. If you're looking to move into Jersey, if you're looking to move out of Jersey, we have a lot of people also that can help them out as well. So make sure to give us a call. Info's going to be below. Here we see a few examples of properties. It's going to be a colonial homes going for $675, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, built in 1952. Square feet is actually from the lot, not the property. You can see a few photos that was renovated. Looks really nice. When you go up a level, we got 830 practically, 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 1920 build. Seems to be not as renovated, but much bigger, and it looks like it was very much taken care of. And then now going to millions, you're at 1.3 million here for 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, built in 1928. So you're seeing that already at the $1 million mark. You're gonna get a lot of these homes that are completely finished, seems to be either redone or completely renovated, and that's kind of the average price range that you're going to get them for. So a few highlights of Cranford: amazing schools, amazing environment, amazing community, extremely safe, very easy to the city. You have Nomahivan Park, which is an amazing park there in the border of Cranford and Kenilworth. It's a nice big park, not huge, but you have like a little pond in the middle, amazing for families, right in front of Union County College. They have a bunch of recreational programs, they have a canoe clubs, a lot of things for kids. You have the Raleigh River that passes through there as well, has community centers as well. So if you want a town where your kids can grow up knowing the neighbors, the crossing guards can know their name, Cranford is going to be the town for you. So now number 3 on the list is going to be Maplewood, New Jersey. Maplewood is located in Essex County, New Jersey, population around 25,000. Median home price for a one family is around $735,000 to $800,000 plus. Taxes between $18,000 to $20,000. School is an A- on niche.com, but it also shares a high school with South Orange. Commute time is going to be around 35 to 40 minutes to New York City Midtown Direct. So here highlighted is Maplewood. You can see it's still really close to New York City. You're also going to have Seton Hall University right next to Maplewood. You're going to have this big mountain reservation here that has the Turtleback Zoo right here. So you're seeing that if it's not in the town, it's still nearby. You have South Orange, which shares the high school, and diving down into here the Google Maps. So this downtown, you're gonna notice is gonna be a bit different. It's gonna be much bigger than the last two we've seen, much nicer as well, a little bit of a higher end downtown feel, a lot of culture, a lot of different architecture you can see here, and it's much bigger as well, so it's nice to walk around. Definitely great for the families. The schools, all the schools, I think it's around 7 or 8, are very nearby the downtown as well. And you're gonna see the closer we get into that train station that's gonna be on the right here, it's gonna be a lot more renovations coming up here in a little bit, as in more new construction. So you can see here, so everything here in the metropolitan area of New York City, you're gonna see that anything near a train station is gonna be a lot of constructions going around, and this up here is gonna be this train station coming up. So like in Cranford, like here now we have a Starbucks like you saw here in the corner right next to a train station. That's been a very common thing. And commute time from the train station to Penn Station, you have around 40 minutes here, not bad at all. You want to drive, might take a little longer with traffic. There's gonna be 40 minutes to an hour, and that's gonna be very common. Before we move on, I just wanted to show you how beautiful this area is. The suburban, the picturesque streets, the real estate here is very pretty. Colonial properties, everybody takes care of their homes. The community here is just very strong. It's not a huge town. It's not like Metuchen small, but it's still very nice. And you're gonna see here that we're maybe a 2-3 minute drive from that downtown area, and it's very suburban, very quiet. A lot of parks in the area as well. You have that reservation there if you want to drive and go hiking. But you're seeing that the actual town itself, it's extremely suburban, extremely quiet as well. And we're talking about increases. Look how ridiculous prices have gone up here. 2020, 592 to now at 910. Huge increase in property values. Big reason that we've been seeing, it's like you expected, inventory is low. Good thing in this one is that it's actually coming up a little bit compared to last year. So once we get to that 40 range year and a little bit higher, that's when we're going to start seeing prices slow down a little bit. But from there to that then happening, it's going to take a little bit of time. And then like we saw before, home price forecast, we saw a big dip here in 2023, but right up when it came into this past 2 years, because inventory might have went up a little bit in this case. But you're seeing that in all the examples we've been showing, inventory is at 86, most are 90, because it's very low inventory. Is a big problem beginning here in New Jersey. There's not many properties for sale, so when something does come on the market, it goes by really fast, especially in these areas that a lot of people are moving into for the schools, commute, the safety aspect. So even though it's an expensive town, you can still find affordable property. You see in here at 500,000 pretty much. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1927. House definitely needs a little bit of work. Like you can see here, it's not 100% renovated like the other one we've seen, but it's an amazing starter property and in a town that's definitely going to keep going up in value, especially since the schools are so good and so many people are moving into it. And then going up a notch, you have 725 here, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, still in the 1920s. But this one, as you can see, has been renovated, it's been updated. A few pictures here, and that's kind of what you are gonna get for a colonial home like this, a bigger property for that price range. And then almost at the 1 million mark, now you're gonna have a 950, 6 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms. Doesn't say the year, but you can clearly see it's been renovated, it's been updated. Has a few pictures here. I'm not gonna go into too much details on that, but you're seeing that it really depends on what you're looking for. So don't think just because the average price is at $700, $1 million, it means that you're gonna have to buy that house at that price. There's a lot of options depending on the area and the location, but you can clearly see in a location that has very low inventory, you're still gonna be able to find good properties depending on what you're looking for. So main take of Maplewood, as Columbian High School offers one of the top rated academic programs that will also share with South Orange. There's a lot of after school activities, a lot of recreational activity for the kids as well. You have Maple Creek Park, Memorial Park, awesome for the families. It's like kind of like a family hub location there. A few events, you have Maple Woodstocks, you have a lot of pride events throughout the year as well. Very progressive town. So if that's kind of what you're looking for, Maplewood will definitely fit those needs for you. Now going to number 2, one of the top rated towns in New Jersey is going to be Montclair, New Jersey. Montclair is also located in Essex County, population around 40,000. Median home price is between 825,000 to 900,000 plus. Taxes are around 20,000 for a property. Commute times can vary between 35 minutes to 50 minutes. School districts based on niche.com is an 8-. So you can see here, Montclair is divided into 2 sections. You're gonna have Upper Montclair here and Lower Montclair in the red down here. The Upper Montclair is one of the more expensive areas in Montclair. You can actually oversee New York City from certain parts, and you're gonna find properties there maybe hitting the 4, 5, even $7 million. You have Montclair in general, you have a little bit more affordability, but you're still gonna get the same benefits. Like I mentioned before, commute wise, gonna be around 46 minutes by train. If you want to take the bus, it's gonna be a little bit longer, and if you want to drive there, it's gonna be around 35 minutes to an hour, depending on the traffic. The really good thing is that Montclair has multiple train stations. So you can do different options if you want. You can have more direct lines. You have less people in certain ones of them. So depending on where you're going to be living in the town is what train station you're probably going to be going into. So now going down to the downtown area is going to be one of the more different ones that we've seen today. At the beginning here at Bloomfield Ave, which is pretty much the whole downtown Bloomfield Ave, it's going to be a lot of newer condos and a lot of newer developments. But the more we continue, you're going to start seeing that it is actually more of a kind of a downtown feel of a town, of kind of the downtown area. And it's really nice because it's just kind of transitioned to more of a traditional downtown area with a lot of mom and pop restaurants, a lot of pizzerias, liquor stores. You have a lot of clubs, as in like gyms as well, jewelry stores. stores, retail stores, banks. This is going to be a big downtown area compared to what we've been seeing, and it's very nice because, for example, here in this intersection, you can either continue down this way, you can continue down this way. You find a lot more to do, but this Bloomfield Ave is the staple of Montclair, and a lot of people that live in the surrounding areas, they might be condos, they might be commuters. You have a theater here that's pretty cool. And you have the train station also very nearby as well from here. So you're seeing it's very commuter friendly. If you guys do go to Montclair, you guys have to check out Cuban Pete's awesome Cuban restaurant. You need to check it out. One of my favorites. Kind of here having an aerial view. What I wanted to highlight the most is that all of this here is going to be kind of the downtown area, Bloomfield Ave area, right? But the moment you come out of it a little bit, look how much green you're going to see here. Very residential, very suburban, literally minutes away from the downtown. You can literally just come a quick drive here, go into here, and now you're already in the residential area, and you're going to be extremely close to everything there as well. So you're seeing that you can have a little bit of more of the I wouldn't want to call it city, but a little bit more of that downtown feel, and then right when you step out of it 4 minutes away, all suburban. So here you can see literally huge houses. In Montclair, you're gonna find huge properties, huge real estate. Very nice. This is still kind of in the Montclair section. We're now in the upper Montclair. Over there, you're gonna find mansions. But here you're seeing the real estate here is a lot bigger. You have a lot more lots, picturesque streets. These are kind of homes that you're not gonna find in many parts of New Jersey, especially in the metropolitan area of New York. And they're literally mansions, multi-million-dollar price properties, but you're still going to be able to find the affordability depending where you're looking at. So here, Montclair is seeing that back in 2020, it was at 614, 615, all the way up to 883. Huge increase. Inventory still to continue to go down. We're seeing a quick little upturn here. Hopefully it gets better in the next few months, in the next few years as well. And the home price forecast still looking on an upside. We're seeing here a little bit of a slowdown. Prices went up a lot here, so that's kind of a big reason. So hopefully once we get into more of that 50 mark here, you're going to be able to get more of the stable buyer's market. And then Upper Montclair back in 2020 was a 770 practically, and now we're at 1.2 million for an average one family home. Inventory is still very low, but also a little bit of an upside. That's going to help a lot in this real estate market. And home price forecast, boom, big drop. This is a good indication of prices slowing down a little bit, leveling out, finding a good foundation now for values to just staggering a little bit instead of just skyrocketing as it's been to. And since prices are here in the over $1 million mark, that's going to be very common. So hopefully in the next year or two, we see these numbers come down a little bit more, get into that buyer's market. Buyers able to negotiate a little bit more, able to get a little bit more for their value and what they're offering. And if you're having a hard time in this market getting your offer accepted, it's very hard. I understand it's tough. Make sure to reach out to us. Like I mentioned before, we're realtors here. We have really good strategies, especially if you're relocating here. We know how to handle that whole situation. I know it's very stressful. So if you want to get your offer accepted, if really can't get that hump out of the way, make sure to reach out. We're going to leave our info below. Don't be hesitant to give us a call. Some properties here for you to have some reference. This at 730, 4 bedrooms, 1 bathrooms. Seems like to be like a nice home, but 1897. Crazy, over 100 years, way over 100 years, and it's going for 730. Obviously, it seems that it's in good condition, but you always have to have your repercussions, especially for an older house like this. Then you have another style home. It's called split level. You have 950, 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 1956. Seems to have been renovated a little bit, have a little bit more updates here. Nice house, big house. So you're getting that kind of different price range depending on the style and the location, but you can also get those crazy kind of properties here. Right here is at $6.3 million, 8 bedrooms, 9 bathrooms, 1890 the house. Amazing property. What a kind of real estate you're gonna get here. You're not gonna find anywhere else. Kind of dive in a little bit of the photos here. This is a very nice one here. Huge property. This hard to find in many parts of Jersey. It's only a few towns that have these kind of houses, and Montclair definitely has it. And I just sometimes just love seeing these houses, see how it looks. The kind of architecture you get in New Jersey, I know a lot of people want that new construction home, but you can't replace this kind of architecture, kind of character a property has. It's just unreplaceable. And you see in this one, has a mixture of the new and the old put together. I wanted to show you a little bit of photos so you can kind of get an idea of what kind of houses you can find there. So Montclair is ranked one of the best towns in Essex County when it comes to the parks, the playgrounds in general. The schools are amazing. The public schools are magnet style high schools and schools that has STEM programs, or AP programs as well. You have huge park like Eggman, Brookdale, Anderson Park, all that kind of environment for the family oriented individuals. And you also have new recreational centers, new buildings going up, new developments going up. So you're getting kind of like the farmer market, you're getting the culture, you're getting the community itself, and you're getting that mixture of the newer development in those downtown areas. And it's a location that if you are someone that are looking for that higher end kind of living, higher end kind of real estate, you can get that in Upper Montclair. But you're someone that's looking more of like that middle ground, but still want the good schools, still want the easy transportation, Montclair is definitely going to be an awesome town for you. So number one on the list, one of the most prestigious town in New Jersey is going to be Ridgewood, New Jersey. Ridgewood is located in Bergen County, population around 25,000 people, median home price is around 875,000 plus, taxes are around 20,000 for property, commute times is about 45 minutes to 50 minutes, and the schools on each.com are rated an A+. So now we're in Bergen County, all the way of North Jersey. Ridgewood is located near very big prestige towns like you see here, very near, like you mentioned before, New York City, Upper Manhattan, the Bronx area. And it's kind of ideally located for the commuters aspect. You're going to see that within, like I mentioned before, you can get to the Penn Station within 47 minutes, 48 minutes. You're seeing here, you're going to have to take the bus. A lot of those Bergen areas will have many trains, but you can also take the train. You can see here, it'll take you a little bit longer. And if you're going to drive, it's going to take around 35 minutes to an hour, depending on the traffic. And here we're going to see we're in the downtown area. Okay, Ridgewood, it's going to be compared to like Summit downtown area. Very elegant, definitely like a higher standard area. Has a lot of retail stores, bigger retail names as well. Still gonna have that kind of older town feel, but it's gonna be very big. So coming down here, you're seeing the architecture is very different. You can kind of see these kind of stores and I guess buildings in Summit, for example. Continuing down, a lot of restaurants, grab and goes as well, and you're seeing like kind of bigger developments as well. Once you continue down, we're gonna see a train station down there, but you're seeing the architecture is very that classic 1900s, but very nicely taken care of. And then you come all the way down here, like you've been seeing anything near a train station has been redeveloped. So you're seeing kind of this part of the downtown area with the newer construction buildings. They're gonna probably put restaurants and stores down there. You have the train station here. Pretty much, that's kind of what's been happening in a lot of these metro areas. With the train stations, a lot of people commuting. If it makes sense for them, they're going to be redeveloped, a lot of condos. But I definitely love this downtown area. It gives me that Summit Westfield vibes. And anywhere you walk here, it's going to be very calm, very safe, and very family oriented as well. So now going to pricing, back in 2020, we're at so now going to pricings, back in 2020, it's at $750 practically, and now we're at the 1.1 million. It's definitely not an affordable town, but you're getting what you're paying for. And like you've been seeing in every single other location, inventory is literally all-time low right now. That's what we're seeing. This inventory score at 94, and the forecast at 69 here. You're seeing here why mortgage rates are kind of high, inventory is low. Literally one of the few places we've seen that it's at the all-time high, forecast for it to go up, and the all-time low inventory. So this is literally kind of a big reason why prices aren't coming down in these areas. A big reason why people are outbidding each other. Prices are getting hundreds of thousands over asking price. That's literally the reason. So like literally everything I showed you this video is explaining why this market it's not slowing down, and it's not going to slow down anytime soon. So like we've been doing the real estate here, so at 800,000 with 3 bedrooms, 2 bathroom, no year, you're seeing this a ranch style home. Definitely probably wasn't renovated. You're getting it for like 800,000, almost a million. That's gonna be kind of the starter numbers here. Then once you break that 1 million mark at 1.2, you get 6 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. No year, but expecting the 1950s or a little bit earlier, and still a very, very big home. But just by the pictures here, was not 100% renovated. It's probably well taken care of. Like you can see, the kitchen is still old. Might need a little bit of work here and there. So that's what you're gonna get at the 1.2 in Ridgewood. And then once you start getting it close to that 2 million mark, or 1.995, 2 million practically, 5 bedrooms, 2 bathroom. Now you're gonna get a really big home. It's gonna be a lot of space, a lot of real estate. So these numbers are gonna be very high for these kind of areas, Ridgewood, Upper Montclair. So expect it to not be affordable, but if you can spend the money, these areas are going to be one of the best for the actual real estate, for the location, and for the actual overall price value. So Ridgewood is the top of the top, has the top 5 best school districts in New Jersey, has a bunch of different parks, recreation areas, has the Graydon Pool, which is pretty much kind of like a mini big beach in the town. Heavy on blue laws, so that means very slow Sundays, very quiet Sundays. The downtown area is a mixture for families and kids. So for the family, a lot of cool restaurants out there. You want to leave the kids at home with your parents and then just go out as a nightlife, day night. You can definitely do that. And you also have a lot of stores for kids, bookstores, just in general kid stores. Ridgewood is simply where family goes to grow. If you're looking for structure, space, in a community where it's built to actually raise your kids, you cannot go wrong with Ridgewood. It's literally number one. So there you have it, guys. This is my top 5 best towns for young families to move into if you're simply just looking for the best school districts, commute, the overall vibe of the town, or simply where kids can be kids and actually be raised in a safe environment. You need to check out these 5 towns. If you need more help or just have any questions about them or other questions in general, make sure to reach out to me. I'd love to help you guys out. But in the meantime, go check out this Cranford vlog that we have up here. We just did a vlog of the whole town, and you can actually get a great insight of what we're talking about.